I'm currently packing up my life to become a nomad again.
I say nomad, but I'm mostly just going home, traveling a bit, and trying to figure out when or if I'll move back. I've lived in New York City for over a year and I've had a blast, but my lease is up and instead of signing a new one, I decided to take a break from the city life. This isn't the first time I've packed my bags to live a nomadic lifestyle, and I know it's not easy.
I've done this in 2022 and I'm doing it again. With becoming a nomad, there comes with so many difficulties, and in this video, I want to share with you a couple of the things that you come across when starting to become a nomad. I thought I was gonna stay in New York for kind of a while and not really move. Things have kind of changed. I decided to go home for the holidays and my lease is ending, and it just made sense to just pack up my things if I'm not sure if I want to live here next year. The issue here is, what do I keep? What do I get rid of? I'm going home, but I don't know if I'm coming back. I need to get rid of all my furniture. I bought so much stuff while living in New York because I thought I was gonna stay. And it's hard because I don't know if I'm gonna have to rebuy everything in the future. I figured the best way to do it is just get rid of everything as if I'm moving out and have as minimal of things as possible, so moving back in won't be too difficult. I am currently trying to figure out what I'm going to pack for the rest of the next couple months. Because I don't know where I'm going to be, I kind of have to just like come up with a wardrobe that is both for warm weather and cold weather. It's kind of stressful thinking about what I'm going to wear for the next couple months. We've got a suitcase that's going to be for the rest of my life for the next 6 months.
It definitely takes a while to figure out what clothes you'll need and what will even fit. Now, during this process of packing up my room, I thought a lot about being a minimalist. There's a film on Netflix trending right now called Buy Now, and it talks about overconsumption, and I highly recommend everyone watch it. It made me think about just how much stuff I bought in just a year in New York, and there are things I didn't really need, and this movie inspired me to want to own less things and be very selective of what I do purchase.
Being a minimalist, I think I could so do it if I didn't have all this camera equipment. Honestly, next year, I really want to focus on coming up with like a solid capsule wardrobe that could pull me through like years of being nomad. I kind of want to work on that.
After a full day of packing, I did it. It was now move out day.
I'm about to go pick up my car rental. I have never rented a car before, so this should be interesting.
The car rental was secured, someone bought my bed, and then I did the last finishing task of my move out, and finally, the room was finished.
Let's talk about the storage situation. Originally, I was gonna go and put my stuff in a storage unit. Then I had the idea to just like get rid of everything and bring everything back home. And then my like cousin offered to have me put his stuff in his basement. And I figured that was the best option because I won't have to like pay every month. And that is what I'm doing. That's why I rented a car. We're gonna load the car.
Storing my belongings was something that was stressing me out for a while. Storage units are so expensive in New York, but driving to my cousin's 3 hours away would require me to go through the busy streets of Manhattan. I looked into getting movers, that was also expensive, so I settled with sucking it up and driving, but I was terrified. Let's go and drive. This is just the next part because I have to drive to the city. I'm scared to drive through New York City. I've not done a road trip in so long. Oh my god! The last time I drove a car was literally in February, so this is so exciting. Driving in New York wasn't as bad as I thought, and being on the open roads in the middle of nowhere with all of my belongings felt pretty freeing. I was proud of myself for doing all that on my own. Getting gas. I've never had someone pump my own gas before, so this is
kind of fun. I'm on my way back to New York City. I only spent one night at my cousin's because it's just Thanksgiving weekend and I'm scared of the traffic. Yeah, I have my flight out in a few days, so I'm just gonna stay at my friends' places for a couple nights, and this is the start of the uncomfortability. Just staying at other people's houses and not having my own room anymore, but you know, it's a nomad life. In some random neighborhood, but I found this lake and it kind of looks sick, and this is what I love about having a fucking car. It is cool to be on the East Coast because I think this lake is kind of frozen, which is pretty sick. Oh my god. I'm not gonna touch it, but it is fun. Let's get moving. Alright, we've made it back to New York. I literally had to drive through the city for like a quick second, which was kind of scary, but we made it back. I'm gonna go return the car to the rental. Now let's go to my friend's house to be on my second couch of the weekend. Not couch, I've actually been sleeping in bed.
And this was the start of the uncomfortability. In the 3 nights before my flight out of New York, I stayed in 3 different houses. I could have flown out earlier, but once again, choosing the most cost-effective option required me waiting until after Thanksgiving was over to fly out. But it was nice having that extra time to enjoy the city after the long days of packing. But now, it was time to say goodbye.
My last day in New York. I am just walking around right now. I'm in Midtown and I'm gonna go to Flushing to hang out with my friend Rich and get some good food. And yeah, say goodbye. I'm saying goodbye to the city, saying goodbye to my life here, and it can be quite sad to say goodbye. And I know with being a nomad, there's so many goodbyes from like hopping from place to place and meeting new people. I came to this iconic rooftop to say goodbye to the city. I'm jumping into the unknown. I don't know what my life is gonna look like in the next 2 months, and it's exciting, but it's also scary, and I hope I can make it back to New York. I love this place, but at the same time, who knows, you know? I want my life to change a lot in the next few months, and I'm excited to see what the next few months will bring. I have no idea where I'll be and the things I'll experience. And I have this quote in my room. I mean, I packed it already, but it says, "I don't know where I'm going, but I promise it won't be boring." And I feel like that's pretty accurate of what I've been feeling. Goodbye, New York. Thanks for the memes. It's time to go jump into the unknown and be a nomad.
This past month has actually been an incredible month for me in New York.
Oh my God.
It's always hard saying goodbye and not knowing when I'll see these people next. But with goodbyes comes hellos. Hello to new experiences, old friends, and a new era. It's exciting, and although there's all these difficulties involved in becoming a nomad, it's always worth it to jump into the uncomfortability and change things up a bit. So, here's to the unknown. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And it would mean a lot if you subscribe, comment, like, and let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys in my next video.